I thought it was such an incredibly striking look, and I went, wow, it's going to be great, and I didn't put 1 second's thought into how we were going to accomplish that, and how we were going to accomplish that was for me to sit down for 2 hours and have this, rubber balaclava stuck glued to my face.
And never go to the bathroom, and good luck to your kidneys, sir.
Never go to the bathroom.
Now, Comic-Con is a place where all of us can go crazy over something and be geeks about one thing. For some people, it's Marvel movies. I think there are a couple here in attendance who are pretty big geeks about the movies that you make. What was it for you? Like growing up, what was something you'd attend a convention for, if there ever was one, a convention for it?
Oh, when I was growing up, for me it was all about the actors that were inspiring me, like Robert De Niro, Marlon Brando, Al Pacino, and all of those great films from the 70s and 80s that really made me want to become an actor and eventually a movie maker in directing films. So that is, it's they were my heroes, and also musicians. I'm a huge Blur fan.
Wow, I can see that.
I mean, I can't think of an actor that I haven't met, but I've had the opportunity to meet Damien Albarn twice, and have always said no because I'm too nervous to meet him. He's such a hero.
Have you ever thought in your head, like the first time you maybe met De Niro or Pacino, and you're like, all right, when I meet them, I'm gonna be cool about this, I'm gonna be calm. Were you cool and calm, or did you make a fool of yourself the way many of these people, myself included, did, backstage when I first met you?
Yes. I totally made a fool out of myself. I had a meeting with him. He was filming. I had a meeting with Robert De Niro, and the meeting got delayed. Now I have got a babysitter to look after my little baby boy, and Jennifer was away working, so I had this 2-hour window while he was late, 2 hours. So by the time I walked into the meeting, I had one of those baby Bjorn carriers with a baby, and I conducted this audition with him wearing a baby. Yeah.
That must have been tough to explain.
It was tough to explain. He was very, he loves kids, and he was very, very obsessed with the baby.
Thank goodness for that. But once again, an actor takes the baby's spotlight away from you. You carry the baby around, and here he goes falling in love with De Niro.
I know my children to try to ruin my career.
Well, you have enough fans here. I don't think that's the issue.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
I don't think that's gonna be a problem. Now this particular movie, and we saw a nice little snippet of it. So we rolled back. How many times did we all see it? 3, 4 times. They want to see it another 8 times. If the movie was just that clip rolled back 20 times, I don't think any of them would complain. But do you also get into the hype of these things when they're coming up? Because it's been a while since you filmed them, obviously. But when you see a new trailer come out, do you also get excited as a fan?
Yeah, absolutely. They're making the biggest movies of all time. You look at them and they're just huge, and the effects are huge, and the scope is massive, and they're filmed in so many different locations around the world, and it's hard not to get wrapped up in all of that excitement. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Now, how many times in the years since we've had Iron Man and you as Jarvis, how many times have people come up to you and ask you to talk to them in the Jarvis voice?
Yeah, I can't tell you the number of times people have stopped me and asked me to do their cell phone outgoing message.
Oh, that's it. Like, you have a message and it's in the Jarvis voice?
You know, initially I started doing it, but then the demand became so great, I couldn't even walk down the street. People stopping me, asking me to do Jarvis on their outgoing message. I should do Siri.
You should. Apple should call you and like, let's grab the Siri girl and just replace her with Jarvis. Who wouldn't want that?
Yeah, I think we should start a petition.
We should. Get on Twitter. If there's one thing you can depend on Filipinos to do, it's one, feed you, and two, get on Twitter to start something. So, yeah, expect a call from Apple very soon. But this whole Jarvis thing, what was, you know, I want to go back to that and what the experience was like for you, because he's wildly entertaining, and the interaction, the banter between you know, him and Iron Man and Tony Stark, it's one of the most entertaining things about the entire film, apart from the visuals. When you record this, do you guys actually go back and forth with this, or are you off alone in your own place and he's off alone somewhere else?
I would literally be brought in the last 2 hours to speak a load of dialogue, and we'd do it a couple of ways, and then they'd give me a huge bag of cash. And then I would go, really, for this? And they go, yeah, that's your cash. And then I would kind of walk off like I was a thief. And it was great. And now they want me to, you know, work for my money. Downey came in, he just came in because he knew I'd been having an easy ride for 8 years, and he came in to see me trying to climb into my costume and just laughed his ass off.
Well, at least now you talked about being an actor sometimes and having the security and looking ahead of what you're gonna do years from now. At least we know, after all the acting is done, we'll always have the Jarvis voice. And the idea came here first. It started here first. I don't want to get in on your success. All I'm saying is, some kid in Manila gave you the idea of, you know, maybe making this into a business and hooking you up with Apple. But, you know,
absolutely right.
Trust your own generosity when it comes to that, Paul. Trust your own generosity. Let's be generous with the people, shall we? Let's get a couple of questions from the audience.
Sure.
We have